Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautiful day, but things in Salem are getting incredibly messy. We have a massive comings and goings update for the week of August 3 to August 7, and you guys, there are so many notable returns this week that we absolutely need to discuss right now. React first. What is Dimitri thinking? Seriously, I need to know. Porte is resurfacing as the dastardly conniving Dimitri von Leuschner this week, specifically on Friday, August 7th, and I am half thrilled and half terrified. He has been off the canvas since April, and now he is back to completely terrorize Gwen and Leo. I mean, remember when they tried this hostage dynamic before with other characters? Yeah, didn't work then either, but here we are trapped in an Alemania dungeon. Dimitri is holding Gwen and Leo hostage, and Rafe is flying out there to play hero. But Dimitri refuses to compromise. He is so incredibly stubborn, holding on to his mother Megan Hathaway's toxic legacy, and honestly, I love to hate him. Porte plays that smug villain role so perfectly, and Leo being a secondary hostage, classic Leo Stark. He always throws himself into these dangerous situations because he is so desperately broken inside and can't let go of his toxic attachments. Javi is finally realizing this about him, but I kind of just want Leo to catch a break for once. Are we really doing another Alemania Dungeon storyline? I know some people are loving this international intrigue and the high stakes, but personally, I just want Gwen to get a win. She has been through so much with Xander and the DiMeras. She doesn't need to be locked in a foreign prison. But this next one, I am so angry I could throw my remote at the television. Nikki Crawford is back as Lexie Carver, but she is saying goodbye on Wednesday, August 5th. I cannot stress enough how much I hate this. They brought Lexie back from the dead with EJ's miracle Versavix drug, gave Abe and Theo false hope, gave us all these beautiful family reunion scenes, and now the cure is failing. She is going to die again? This is so cruel. Remember when she died in Abe's arms back in 2012 from a brain tumor? I cried for days, and now we have to relive it. On Monday, August 3rd, Lexie is going to interact with EJ, and we know from the spoilers that she collapses after trying to sneak away. EJ and his random DiMera henchman, played by Nat Anglin, who reappears on Monday, along with Rita, played by Maggie Carney, were supposed to be shipping Kristen off in a kidnapping container. But instead, they open it and find a collapsed, dying Lexie. I am absolutely dreading this goodbye scene. James Reynolds as Abe and Tyler Joseph Andrews as Theo are going to act their hearts out and leave us all in puddles of tears, but we should not have to watch Abe lose the love of his life a second time. It's trauma porn, and I am so mad at the writers for doing this to the Carver family. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about EJ and Rita for a second, because this duo is a hot mess. Maggie Carney is continuing her scheming as Rita on Monday, August 3rd, and she is right there with EJ when this whole kidnapping transport plan completely flops. I can't believe EJ thought he could just shove his own sister Kristen in a shipping container and be done with it. Like, Stefano used to pull off these grand sweeping schemes seamlessly, but EJ is just making a massive, embarrassing mess. Because EJ's trying so hard to be his father, wearing that ring and acting like a mob boss, but he lacks the finesse and the actual genius of Stefano. And now Rita is caught in the middle of it, making snarky comments while EJ's empire crumbles. And the dying Lexie is the one paying the price for his failed science experiments. EJ needs to be held accountable. Okay, back to the point. Lexie's final scenes are going to destroy me, and I am not ready for Wednesday's episode at all. So, with all this tragedy happening with Lexie, Paulina is obviously going to be a total wreck. Which brings us to Sal Stowers getting more airtime as Lani. On Wednesday, August 5th, Paulina turns to her daughter for help. I am so incredibly glad Lani is around for this. Between Chanel's terrifying breast cancer battle while pregnant, early labor scares, and now the Lexie situation blowing up Abe's life, Paulina is carrying so much heavy emotional weight. She is trying to be strong for everyone, but she is cracking. Lani is the rock this family desperately needs right now. Sal Stowers has had such a long road back to the show, and seeing her step up to support Paulina and Chanel just warms my heart. I mean, Eli just gave her that gorgeous necklace for Juneteenth, but the romantic reprieve is officially over. Duty calls, and Lani's going to have to hold her mother together when the DiMera science disaster finally claims Lexie. I just hope Lani gets some scenes where she can actually confront EJ for what he's done to her family. And speaking of DiMera disasters, are you kidding me with the Susan Banks teeth? Kristen DiMera is paying a secret visit to young Rachel Black, played by the adorable returning Lorelai Olivia Moat, on Thursday, August 6th. But because Kristen is on the run from EJ's botched kidnapping attempt and needs to stay off the radar, she dusts off her Susan Banks disguise. I'm sorry, but I am so over the Susan disguise. It was funny years ago, but now it's just ridiculous and takes away from the dramatic tension. Rachel is already so traumatized by Sophia's supposed death and all the Bayview drama, and now her mother is sneaking around in fake teeth and a bad wig to deliver a heartfelt message. I mean, Stacey Hyduck is brilliant and plays both roles so well, but I kind of wish Kristen would just face EJ as herself and fight him head on. But I guess a mother's desperation knows no bounds, and Kristen will do literally anything to see her daughter. I just hope Rachel doesn't get completely messed up by this secret visit, because that poor kid has been through enough. Okay, take a deep breath, grab a drink, because this next piece of news is literally blowing my mind and saving my sanity. 4 absolute fan favorites are currently on set filming scenes at the Burbank studios right now. Alison Sweeney as Sami Brady, Christy Clark as Carrie Brady, Chandler Massey as Will Horton, and Bryan Dattilo as Lucas Horton. All caps, because I am freaking out and I cannot contain my excitement. Sami and Will made their last appearances in November 2025, Carrie visited in June 2025, and Lucas in December 2025. Because of the show's advanced tape-to-air filming schedule, we aren't going to see these episodes on screen until the summer of 2027. Yes, I know, it's a massive wait, but just knowing they are in the building and filming together is giving me life. I have to go off on a massive tangent here. Sami and Lucas filming together? Lumi fans, rise up! I have loved them for so long, and their chemistry is unmatched. Sami has been through absolute hell over the years, and Lucas has made his fair share of terrible mistakes, but they just belong in each other's orbit. EJ is currently running around Salem, acting like a monster, ruining Johnny's life, and getting Lexie killed. Sami needs to come back and rip EJ a new one! I can already picture Alison Sweeney marching into the DiMera mansion, slapping EJ across the face, and absolutely destroying him for what he's done to their son and their family. And having Bryan Dattilo there as Lucas, it's the perfect nostalgic anchor. I want to see them team up. I want to see Sami protect Johnny and Sydney, and I want Lucas to be the one standing by her side. And we cannot forget about Will and Carrie. Chandler Massey is the definitive Will Horton for me, hands down. With all the trauma happening with Johnny and Chanel's cancer, Will needs to be there for his family. He is the heart of that younger generation. Plus, I wonder if Sonny's coming back too. We desperately need a Wilson reunion on our screens. And Christy Clark as Carrie, the Brady family is going to be out in full force. Whenever Carrie comes back, you know there is going to be some deep, emotional family history brought to the surface. Maybe dealing with Roman and Kate's imploding marriage, because Kate confessing to setting up Johnny is destroying Roman, and Carrie is going to have thoughts on her father's toxic relationship with Kate. I am predicting a massive Brady family summit in summer 2027, full of screaming matches and tearful hugs, and I am absolutely here for it. So this week of August 3 to 7 is going to be an absolute emotional roller coaster. We have Dimitri causing international chaos and holding hostages, Lexie breaking our hearts in what looks like a final, devastating goodbye, Lani holding her fractured family together, and Kristen pulling out the most exhausting disguise in soap history to see Rachel. And knowing that Sami, Lucas, Will, and Carrie are filming right now just gives me something amazing to look forward to amidst all this current doom and gloom. I know this show frustrates us sometimes, and the writers make choices that make me want to scream, but moments like this remind me why I'm so deeply invested, and have been for years. What do you guys think? Are you dreading Lexie's exit as much as I am? Are you hyped for the Lumi return? Let me know, because I definitely need to talk this out with people who understand